Okay, so now that we've logged in, we're going to go ahead, you're going to be presented with the home or menu screen. This is going to show all the different functions that you have available on the copier. We're going to start off and go through some of the copy functions, so we're simply going to press the copy button. Now that we're in the copy section, we're going to go through some of the panels real quick, some of the more commonly used functions of the machine. First off, our color option is going to be defaulted to black and white, but if we needed to make a color copy, we would simply press the button and select from the list of available color functions. Typically, auto color is going to be your option if you do need color. When we're done, we press OK. If we need lighter or darker copies, we will use the density function. Original type, we're not really going to bother with too much for this tutorial. Original size is not going to be an issue because typically we're going to be just using 8.5 by 11. We can scroll over and we're going to take a look at the zoom functionality. If we need larger or smaller copies, we'll press zoom, and we're going to be presented with a lot of different presets up and down the sides, or we can use the plus and minuses to create a manual zoom. When we're ready, we'll say OK. We also have the paper function, or paper button rather, and when we press that, we'll be asked if we want to select from a specific paper tray, either tray 1, tray 2, or the bypass tray. This is set to auto by default, so if you're not concerned with what paper stock your copy goes onto, you can leave it on auto. But if for some reason you did have letterhead or a specific paper loaded in either the bypass or one of these trays, you'd want to go ahead and select that tray before you began your copy job. So we'll say OK there. The next function we want to discuss here briefly is the duplex button. So this machine is capable of making two-sided copies or taking an original that's two-sided and turning it into single-sided or double-sided copies. The options are right down the left-hand side, and the default option is single-sided to single-sided. The next option down is single-sided and would create two-sided copies. The next option down is a double-sided original that you wanted to make single-sided copies for. And the last option is double-sided to double-sided. When we're happy with our selection, we'll press OK. And that's really all we want to discuss on the copy side. If we need to adjust our number of copies, we can press our 10 keypad button and then select the number of copies that we need. If we're unhappy with any of our selections, we can press the reset button, and this will bring everything back to factory defaults. Now, whenever we're ready, we'll just press the start button, and that will begin making a copy for us.